Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Zishan Saghir from PP1 Section D. Today's my presentation topic is History and Culture of Azad Kashmir and Gilgit Baltistan. I have divided my presentation into two parts. First, we will discuss the history and culture of Azad Kashmir, and further we will study the history and culture of Gilgit Baltistan. First, we will study the history of Azad Kashmir. In the early history, it was a part of the Mughal Empire and ruled by different Rajas. It was named by Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir. It was very renowned due to its in all over the world due to its geographical locations. Due to its geographical locations, Sikh attacked on this region and captured this region and formed their dynasty. In 1822, Gulab Singh was appointed as the Raja of Kashmir, and after some time in 1845 and 46, Anglo-Sikh war took place between the Sikh and Britishers. In this war, Britishers defeat the Sikh community and capture the Kashmir. Gulab Singh, who was the Raja of the Kashmir, signed the Treaty of Amritsar with the Britishers and took Kashmir back from the Britishers. After that, he formed the Dogra dynasty. Further, during the partition, Raja Hari Singh was a ruler of the Kashmir. During the partition, he had a choice to join Pakistan or India or to remain independent. Raja Hari Singh was desired or wanted to join India or to remain independent. When he decided to remain independent, we know that Muslims were in majority in Kashmir and they wanted to become a part of Pakistan. They raised their voices against this decision and the situation was become very critical. Raja Hari Singh requested the Indian army to help him out to tackle this situation. They set some conditions in front of the Hari Singh and Hari Singh signed these conditions. The conditions was that internal and external affairs and the most important defense were under the control of India. After signing the agreement with the Hari Singh, Indian army sent troops to the Srinagar. Pakistan decided to intervene this, and the first war between Pakistan and India took place at that time. Pakistan took control on a large part of the Kashmir. It seemed that Pakistan will take control on all over the Kashmir. When India see that they were defeating by the Pakistani army, they went to the United States to ask them to resolve this issue. Then a ceasefire line was drawn between them and the Kashmir, and the war stopped and the Kashmir was divided into two parts. One is Indian occupied Kashmir, which was given the name of Jammu Kashmir, and one is a Pakistan occupied Kashmir, which is Azad Kashmir. This issue was the most controversial issue between these two countries, Pakistan and India. Almost 3 wars took place between India and Pakistan on the same issue. In 1972, a Shimla Agreement was signed between India and Pakistan. In this agreement, a ceasefire line given the name of line of control. We can see in the map that line of control. In this agreement, another most important point was that no third party will intervene in this issue of Kashmir between these two countries, India and Pakistan. Now we will discuss the culture of Kashmir. First, what is culture? The ideas, customs, and social behavior of a particular people or a society is a culture. Kashmiri culture is interlinked with their geography, as they are interlinked with their neighborhoods, the Ladakh and the some Indian regions. Their culture is multi-faced, multicolored, and unique culture they have. The people of the valley share same common ethnicity, languages, and customs, which were named as Kashmiriyat. Kashmiri language is spoken in the valley, which is an Indo-Aryan language. Kashmiri language is the national language of Kashmir. The Kashmiri dress, Pehran, is the national dress of the Kashmir. Dresses have many importance in the culture. Pehran, every man and woman and child wear Pehran. Pehran is the knee length and baggy, and sleeves and are loose enough, and it is made by Taweed. Women's Pehran is very different from the men. They wear the loose Pehran. The Pehran is very loose in as compared to the men's Pehran. Food has very good importance in the culture. Food is very important. Vazwan is the multi-course meal which comprise on maracha wagon korma, kebab, mach kebab, seekh kebab, and gushtab. These dishes are very liked by the Kashmiris. In the Kashmiri beverages, where noon chai and kahwa are very famous. Noon chai is also known as Kashmiri chai. Further, dance and music. Samoa music was very famous in Kashmir. The people of the Kashmir very much liked Samoa. Chakri is a dance form played on the musical instruments like harmonium and rubab and sarangi. Everyone in the Kashmir play Chakri dance. Chakri ends with the Rauf was mostly performed by the girls. It is a traditional dance of the Kashmir. Further, now we will discuss the history of Gilgit-Baltistan. In the earlier history, the Gilgit-Baltistan was divided into the dozens of principalities, republics, and small monarchies. A dozen of democratic republics was ruled by the Jastero. Jastero was a local elder. The Damir region, minus Bunji, Edasto, Chilas, Tilachi, Thor, comprised half. These was ruled by the Jastero. These areas was ruled by the Jastero. The Gilgit region, that is Hunza, Nagar, Greater Yassir, including the Khizar, Punial, Mastug, and Iskoman, were ruled by the Mirs and Rajas, assisted by the Wazirs. The Baltistan region was divided into 8 principalities. which was known as Rondio, Astor, Sakardu, Shigar, Kris, Khalpu, Tolti, and Khamang, which was ruled by the Rajas and ruling elites of the Sagardu, was the actual rulers who held sway over the other and external affairs. Further, we will discuss. As we know that Kashmir, it was a part of in the Mughal Empire during the Mughal Empire, during the Mughal era, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan was the same and region. They are the neighbors, and they both ruled by the different. They are divided into dozens of principalities. When the Sikh attacked on the Kashmir, they also attack on different parts of Gilgit-Baltistan. The Sikh and Dogras attacked and occupied large part of Gilgit-Baltistan from 1840 to 1890. The Sikh conquered, as I first, the Sikh conquered Astor, Bunji, and Gilgit. However, later on the same were reconquered. Later on the same were reconquered by the Dogras along with Yasin, Bunial, Darar, Chilas, Rondu, Shigar, Sagardu, and Khalfu. In 1891 and 92, after the furious battles of Nilt and Thol, the British Indian Army conquered Hunzanagar and Gilgit, thus bringing the whole area under the British Raj. In the During the period of 1890 and 1935, the British, by forming Gilgit Agency under the single administration, divided the region into the four subunits, which are Gilgit, Ladakh, Sagardu, and Kargil. External affairs were controlled by the Britishers, and the internal affairs are largely administered by the Kashmir government. As I further as I talked that it was a part of the it was interlinked with the Kashmir. GB Revolution. The Gilgit Revolution was a reaction of to the centuries-long training of foreign rulers and the British and Maharajas of Kashmir. The people of the Gilgit-Baltistan got freedom uh, on November 1st from the Maharajas of Jammu and Kashmir on November 1st, 1947. Through their own resources, they established their new state of their own. After the establishment of the government of the state, the Raja Shah Ras Khan became the president, and the Mirza Hassan Khan was the commander of chief of the Gilgit Scott. The region had run its own government for 15 days and then offered Pakistan to take over the administration and give inhabitants citizenship and other human rights. However, at the time of ceasefire of 1st January in 1949, every person of the Gilgit petition had become Pakistani. As we know that Gilgit-Baltistan is a very small state, it is very difficult to run this state in between these two countries as Pakistan and India. To remain independent is very difficult in small state. Therefore, they requested Pakistan to take take over the administration, and give the inhabitant citizenship to the every Gilgit-Baltistan human right people and human rights to them. In 1940s, Ministry of Kashmir Affairs was established, replacing the control of government of Northwest Frontier Province, and a political resident as an agent of government. Governor General was directed to look after the affairs. In 1950, a Ministry of Kashmir Affairs was established. In this ministry, agent Governor General was political resident, which was the political resident of the Gilgit Baltistan, who was a resident of the Gilgit Baltistan, was appointed as a Governor General to look after the affairs of the Gilgit Baltistan instead of the government of Northwestern Frontier Province. From 1967 to 1974, the administrative structure of the Gilgit-Baltistan was reshaped, and Hunza and Nagar were established in Pakistan, but later these places were given back to GB. As we know that GB was a different state, was an independent state. Only the external affairs and defense were under control of the Pakistan government. First, in this point that in 1967 and 1974, Hunza, Nagar and Gilgit was become the part of the Pakistan, but later on they were absorbed in the Pakistan, but later on these places were given back to the GB. In 1985, with the construction of Karakoram Highway, Gilgit-Baltistan were given the districts, 5 districts, which are Gilgit, Khizar, Dami, Sakadu and Astor. On the 29 August 2009, the Gilgit-Baltistan Empowerment and Self-Governance Order in 2009 was passed by the Pakistani cabinet and later on signed by the President of Asif Ali Zardari. In this order, in this self-governance order, that under this governance order, an elected legislative assembly was established in the Gilgit-Baltistan, and they rule. They elect people from of the legislative assembly. The people of the Gilgit-Baltistan elect people for the legislative assembly to people elect the ministers of the legislative assembly, and the government is formed in the Gilgit-Baltistan. Further, now we are going to discuss the culture of Gilgit-Baltistan. As we've already studied the definition of the culture, the ideas, custom and social behaviors of the particular people and society. Their culture is also related with their geography, and their culture is also multi-faced, multicolored and unique. Urdu and English are the official languages of Gilgit-Baltistan. Some local languages are Balti, Shina, Khowar, Wakhi and Brushakhi. There are religious and the social festivals are celebrated. In the religious festivals include Eid al-Azha, Eid al-Fitr and Eid Miladun Nabi. And the cultural festivals includes Jashne Bahara, Shandu Polo Festival and Babusar Polo Festival. And further, dressing has many importance in the culture. Men usually wear the white shalwar kameez with the white Gilgiti cap, and for the dress of women wears a loose shalwar kameez cap and cap with some silver touch. And for the dance, the sword and copper dance is performed by the Gilgit people, which is very famous in the Gilgit. And further we'll talk about the food, the most important part and thing in the culture. Marzan, Harsa, Kur, Kisir, Prapo and Bale are the dishes which are very famous in the Gilgit-Baltistan and very liked by the Gilgit people. For the sports, they are very famous all around the world due to their polo grounds and polo. They are very renowned all over the world due to these sports. Further, they also play Nizabazi. They are very well renowned all over the world due to these two main sports. Uh, I think no one can compete in these two sports, all around the world, that no one can compete with the Gilgit people in these two sports, polo and Nizabazi. For the top one, are the local sports there played by the peoples of the Gilgit Baltistan. That's all the my presentation, and I hope that you like the presentation, and Allah Hafiz and take care.